Oh, good morning. So I'm just out with I just came out with the dogs for a walk. I'm taking the chickens their food first. We save all the scraps from everything that we're cooking. We feed the chickens. So I brought it over here to my parents' house. I'll show you. I'll turn it around. Come on, chickens. Come on. Oh, what happened to the one? Why is he like that? Hmm. So it's like 6:45 maybe. I just want to tell a story of yesterday. So I'm going to pause it until I get out there and look, my doggies. That one's not, actually that black one's not mine. I'll pause it until I get out out. Okay. So I'm taking a little bit of a different route than I do a lot of times. See down there's the Sea of Galilee. In the morning, on these walks in the morning, the sun is usually behind me, so I have to kind of hold the camera off to the side. So yesterday, I took a day. I stayed home, and I cleaned the house and got it clean. And then I went with my mother and my sister-in-law to the dump again. It was funny. We were there for a good hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer. But then the owner of the place came when we were getting ready to leave, and he said, yeah, you wouldn't think, but anyway, he said that it was his place and that, so we talked to him for a little while, and we realized that it's private, so it's a private place. But anyway, we paid him for stuff that we found, and then there was this lion there. It was this concrete lion, really cool lion, and he gave it to me. It's really cool. And then I got back home and I was getting ready. I was going to the Mayan. I was going to go to the spring that's near the house. And I got in the car, and as soon as I get in the car, I see my twin live on Facebook from the beach down here. So I wrote to him that I'm coming. So when I get there, right, as I'm walking in, he's walking out. And he said he was going to write me to tell me that he's leaving, that he didn't get a chance to. So I got to see him. We got to see each other for a couple of minutes. And so that was nice to get to see him. And I went to sit with the people there at the beach, our friends there. And one of the girls there, I guess she lives in Spain, and she was getting ready to leave. And we had a really, really good conversation. We talked for a good while. We had a really, really good conversation. And her and I are really similar in so many ways. And there were so many messages that came through for her that were relevant for me too. It was like being able to see myself in her as a mirror. And that was really super inspiring, interesting. That was a good meet. I always feel like with my twin that I am divinely guided to, first of all, that we're constantly being pulled back to each other. Now I know you could say, okay, well, he put a video and then I went to where he was. I was in the car. I was sitting in the car and he went live. And but the way I see it is that when I follow my nose and my intuition, the right things happen. It's like setting everything up to happen in a certain way so that, that the conversation that I had with that girl there was just perfect timing for everything that's going on in my life. She she was telling me, first of all, she's amazing, and she was telling me about things that she's doing, and there's a lot of similarities between her and I. She's also like a wild child and living in Spain and raising her daughter, and also it sounds almost like twin flame journeys. And she um, told me that she had like a download of a book that came to her, just like I did, and she's writing it, and that she got a message that she needs to complete it. And in that, she's giving me the message that I need to complete my book, because I also have a book like that a few years ago came to me in an instant. The whole book downloaded, and it was one of those moments that's like an aha moment, like whoa, because it was obvious to me at that point, and and I was in a different place than I even am now, in way of understanding the way that the universe works, and God, and all of that. And it was before I was on the twin flame journey. I got this whole book downloaded. It was obvious to me. I said, "That whoa, where did that come from?" That came from somewhere else, because it all came down complete with pictures. So the pictures I already drew. I have the pictures. And I started writing the text. I know what the text is. See, the thing is about being a channel, or like a hose, or connected to the river, is that it comes, when these things come, they come as a knowing, and then it is this being's interpretation to put on the knowing. So I do have to use my avatar's words um, to channel it. The language that I use, that means I have to um, interpret it into a language that corresponds with this 3D world. So I need to write it to where it can be understood in this plane. See, if it was just a knowing, I could just telepathically. This girl also, we had like this halfway telepathic communication, because we were sitting there, we're so similar. She could start to say something, and I would tell her, I already got it. Already got it. It's like I could read her so well. And she also said that it was a gift to her that we had that conversation right before she's going back to Spain today, because I was able to see her so clearly and give her a map to herself. See, that's maybe what it is that being able to see and feel her and give her a map kind of to herself. I saw her soul and what she's about, and to give her a mirror of that, and tell her and strengthen her in her path, and let her know that she's on the right path, and that she has great works to do here. And she also knows. So that was a really, really, really important meeting that I met with her yesterday. Also for realizing things about me, but also for her, and also for seeing myself in her. And at this time, also being able to see my gifts so clearly. Um, by being able to give her the gifts. And I always feel like with my twin that even if when I don't see it, uh, the perfection in it on the spot, there I always see it afterwards how everything was exactly as it was supposed to be. So because I was thinking, if I would have gone down to the beach and he would have been there, all of my attention and space would have been centered around him just because I enjoy being around him so much. And in the way that it worked out, my attention was free for that meeting that we had. And I see that as kind of being like divinely orchestrated. Yeah, divinely orchestrated, and a lot of times I feel like it's divinely orchestrated by him. That he has this talent. He's very, very, very sophisticated and complex. Okay. I'm almost home. I'm going today to paint at the Rob Roy. So I already have my painting clothes on. And I'm going to try to upload. I think I have this one and one more video maybe. I'll try to upload them before I go to work. Today's a good day. Today's a good day. It's a good day. It's beautiful here. See? Okay. Well, have a good day and a good morning.